We're here with NCAA President Mark Emmert at the national office in Indianapolis, where significant changes to college sports have been made in the areas of academics and student-athlete well-being. President Emmert, how important is the action taken by the Division I Board of Directors this week for the future of intercollegiate athletics, and how well does it reflect the outline set in August at the presidential retreat?
Well, I literally think what occurred today is historic in NCAA's progress toward supporting student athletes and making sure that we have integrity in our games. The outline that we all worked our way through in August was one that had a very aggressive timeline and a very ambitious set of goals in it. And what we did today with this board meeting was take a huge step down that road.
And how do these changes show that student-athlete well-being is at the forefront of decisions made by the NCAA and its member schools?
Yeah, well, first of all, it puts into the notion student-athlete, the student, in very, very stark relief. The actions taken today make certain that students are going to be students who happen to be athletes, not the other way around. It provides for greater support for students, not just financial support, but also in programmatic areas, and it creates incentives for all athletic departments to make sure that they're doing the right things by their student athletes in terms of their education and their graduation rates. So I'm very, very pleased with what this means for our students.
What do you think is the most crucial element of this effort?
Well, I'm not sure that I could identify any one other than the board overall saying, look, we're going to put the student role at the front of the list, student well-being at the front of the list, and we're going to act quickly on all the things that we need to do. And that combination has been very, very powerful.
I guess the obvious question is, where do we go from here?
Well, we're going to follow up in our next board meeting in January with a number of direct actions coming out of the reports on our rules reform and out of our integrity process, looking at the ways we apply those rules and enforce those rules, and we're also going to be looking at the way we allocate resources. So we've still got a lot of big steps in the coming weeks and months. We're going to take those steps in January and then again in April.
Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.